Hey everyone, it's Remy. I wanted to make this video about how out I am as a trans guy to like friends and family and at work. I actually recorded this video. I thought I recorded it, but I didn't. So, round two. So, regarding like my friends and stuff, I'm pretty much out to all of my friends, except for maybe like friends from high school, I guess. I'm out to some of my friends from high school. I know a couple other people who are queer that they didn't realize they were queer until they got into college too, right? Story of our lives being from a small town. So, so I do have a couple of friends from my hometown that I'm out to, but mostly all like my friends I'm pretty out to. When it comes to work, yeah, no, I'm pretty much not out at all, basically. It's actually not very trans friendly there, to be honest. I have one person I know for sure is completely trans friendly, respects my identity and everything, and he's great, and he's gay, and he's just, oh, so great. So it's nice to have him there in the midst of misgendering, using my legal name crap. Because people at work, they don't really respect me at all because I've changed so much for them, I guess. I don't know. I've been there a little over a year, and I mean, they first met me, and I had a boyfriend, and I was feminine, and blah, blah. I mean, I was bi when I knew I was bi at that point, and then I broke up with my boyfriend, and that whole thing, and so they kind of saw me go through all these changes, and I think they were a little shocked that, like, I went through such a dramatic change, and, like, cutting my hair was, like, a big fucking deal. I basically killed everybody's boners. That's all it was. But everybody at work, because I'm still have, you know, other people still find me attractive even with short hair. But, you know, it was not, it was stupid. So basically, yeah, they are not very great, and it sucks, but I just deal with it because the reason I'm able to afford the place I'm living is because of that place right now. Um, so when it comes to family, well, basically, the only person in my family that knows that I'm trans is my mom. She, I've basically, for her, she knows that I don't identify 100% as female. And that I basically kind of brought her to the middle. And I'm like, I'm in the middle. I'm just being me. Like, whatever. Because she even said to me, like, she's like, I expected you to be, like, more masculine, like, you know, at one point, but you were really feminine and blah, blah, blah. But it took her a long time to get to this point, though. She basically, like, cried to me one day and was like, what's going on? Like, I just want to talk to you. Like, I don't want you to hate me. Like, I want to have a relationship with you, and I just, like, lost it because, that was when I changed my name on Facebook to Remy, and like my first Facebook, and she just wanted to know what was going on. And so I kind of said to her, like, I'm finding my identity. I don't, I'm gay. I'm really gay. I really like girls a lot. And so I've slowly, whatever. She was also able to grasp the concept, which is friggin' amazing, right? That I was talking to her about surgeries, because the one thing I promised to myself that I didn't really say out loud, but I said to myself, was that whenever she asked a question, that I would be 100% honest with her, 100%. And, like, no matter how, like, offensive it would be from anybody else, like, I knew that it was important for her and my relationship for me to be honest, even though, you know what I mean? So basically, she asked me about surgery, and I was like, I'm not looking to have surgery. Like, I did look into it and whatever. I was like, Some people don't get surgery. I was like, there are plenty of trans guys who get top surgery, but not bottom surgery. And because she was more talking about bottom surgery. And I was like, but does that make them any less of a man? Like, as a rhetorical question. And she goes, no, no, of course not. And I'm like, exactly. Yeah. Oh my God. I was like, not all men have penises and not all men have vaginas. And she just like, she got it. And I was like, so, and then like, when I told her about one of my trans friends, and she was so great, she actually was like, but I thought you were gay. Like my trans guy friend. She was like, but I thought you were gay and like girls. And I was like, Mom, that's so great because you affirmed that he's like a guy and like, and she was like, well, of course. And I was like, I told her that like my friend was like so excited and she's like, well, yeah. And she's like, and she thought it was cute, so she's really like getting on board with things. And I think that, as time goes on, she could be one of those parents that could like march with me in the parade, basically. But I haven't really come out to her as a trans guy yet. I think, I have 3 brothers, so I would be the only girl, and I think that's going to be hard for her. My dad, they're still together. My parents are still together. And my dad pretty much, I think he knows that like I like girls because I wore my Wingadian Lesbiosa shirt by accident in front of him. But my mom also did tell him that I'm trying to figure stuff out. So and here's the thing with my dad. He's like the classic dad that like doesn't really say much. And if he does say something, it's like a big deal. So like when he was proud of us, like he would brag about us to other friends, like his friends, like so he wouldn't directly say it to us. So my mom said, he's not saying anything negative about any of your changes. I was like, that's a big deal. Like that's a big deal that I have my hair. He hasn't even said anything about my purple hair, nothing. So I think and also, I mean, it is a bit easier in a way for girls to, for girls or like butch lesbians to be accepted by men in a way because it's, the opposite is a lot more difficult typically. So, he has no problem with my cousin who's a butch lesbian. So I think that has a part of it. But I think the trans guy part is going to be difficult. My brothers, they have no idea. Unless they look at my Facebook. I have 2 Facebooks. I have my Facebook that I've had for a while and my trans more out one. And on both of them, it does say that I'm trans. But my mom said that one of my brothers doesn't agree. And the thing is I knew he was transphobic a year ago, even before I realized I was trans, because there was a trans guy in his graduating class. And even then, I was uncomfortable. I wasn't as well versed with transness and like trans like community then, but I was like, dude, that's not cool, whatever. And I was trying to counter him, but it was difficult at the time. But it was still, so I kind of had a feeling that once I started changing, that he was not gonna like it. But that's basically it. My extended family doesn't know anything really unless they look on Facebook. But yeah, a lot of the topics that I've thought of for next videos, they seem to interweave into each other. So I'm going to put my Tumblr down below so you can ask me questions and maybe more direct ones, and I can answer some of them. So yeah, that's about all I got. All right, you guys have a good one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.